All right, we are live.
Okay, we're live. 253. TMV 253. This week on the Media Virus Podcast. Am I extremely hot?
Yes, you're very sexy.
I'm gonna tip myself down just a touch. Check. All right. I'll just back off a little bit. Here we go. This week on the Media Virus Podcast, we value freedom of speech over quality of message. The infection team means to stand up for the right to say things that we don't agree with, just the same as the things that we do agree with. Putin and Un, the tits, or a couple of commie boobs. Riki's got the reality roundup, and Robert Redford has checked out. On this week's TMVP.
Shut up and sit down.
It's the Media Virus Podcast. Now here's your infection team.
I don't know why that hit me. It's so funny. Putin and Un, the tits. But hot damn, we have a show for you people this week. Let me tell you something. I'm your host, Matty Rockdeff. Proof positive that anyone can have a podcast. I am, of course, the Mattiest of all Rockdeffs. I forgot to mention that. I'm going to screw this all up because I didn't touch anything back here. But let's face it, I can't do all of this by myself. I'm not going to do all this by myself. There's no way I could, or, you know, it's insane. The show that we put together in a matter of a week. We do 3 completely separate fucking shows in a matter of a week. It's hard to do it yourself, and I wouldn't be able to do it myself. I have the executive or the producer, the doctor. Wait, the Reverend. Reverend Professor Mike Latoris, PhD.
That's correct.
There we go.
Technically, doctor is not incorrect. I just think it's a lot of alphabet on the front end.
Yeah. And my incredibly beautiful, unbelievably hot wife and segment producer, Riki Rockdeff. How are you doing, baby?
I'm here.
You don't seem like you're in a good mood. What's wrong?
I'm just reading the reality roundup, and it's not good.
Well, we'll get into that in a few, but we're broadcasting live from our delightfully demented corner of the web, where news gets a spin cycle, humor walks a tightrope, and your hosts are, shall we say, uniquely unqualified. Consider this your safe space for the unsayable, the unhinged, and the potentially contagious. Whether you're seeking anarchy, a chuckle in the face of doom, or you're simply hit rock bottom, welcome to the Media Virus Podcast, where we point and yawn as we do a podcast. Or wait, we point and laugh at the world as it's burning around us.
I do the first one.
I saw that, or I heard that.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't
It's okay. I just didn't know I was boring you.
Oh, that's a lie.
No.
Matt, I knew you were boring her.
Okay.
You're boring. Awake. You're awake.
All right, people, strap in and lube up. Welcome to the Media Virus Podcast. I'm your host, Matty Rockdeff, and we're diving headfirst into the fiery septic tank that is this week's news. Professor Mike Latoris is here with the headlines, and of course, Riki Rockdeff's got her claws sharpened for this reality beat. Let's infect the airwaves, baby. Professor, drop that dirty needle.
Ew.
I don't know what that means.
Well, it's a combination. It's a play on drop the needle on the record like a DJ would, but dirty needle like a drug addict.
Oh, drugs. Gross.
All right. Well, go ahead.
Press play.
I'm not that kind of doctor. First up, a disturbing flashpoint in America's culture war. Charlie Kirk, conservative firebrand, was shot by a man claiming Kirk's rhetoric was nothing but hate. This isn't just a crime scene, it's a symptom. The idea that disagreement now comes with gunfire is proof that free speech is gasping for air like a fish in a Walmart bag.
Charlie Kirk getting shot, like, all right. The guy's entire brand is making people think and encouraging an open dialogue. Assassinating him publicly is political terrorism, and it is telling people to shut up or this can happen to you. And my answer to that is, fuck you and fuck your feelings and how mean people say mean things.
Mm-hmm.
The truth is mean. That's the problem. And I've said it for years, is on this show many times. If the truth didn't hurt so fucking bad, it wouldn't be so fucking funny.
And the memes are already savage. People aren't even debating free speech anymore. They're tallying body counts.
And all right. I think the reason that this sticks in my craw is I like to say a lot of shit that no one in their right mind would admit to agreeing with. And I enjoy arguing with people, and it's a great way to get to know someone and how they think. The problem is that it pisses most people off, especially the dim-witted, and that's and those who have built like a fantasy land of fragile fiction.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I think I'm in therapy right now because I deal well into the truth, and I need to build some kind of fiction around me. You know what I mean? Because that's like what I'm starting to figure out is like, oh, you know what? You're seeing everything in this harsh light of like reality. You need to coat that shit in some sugar and make it all better.
Yeah. Well, accepting things can make some things all right.
All right, let's keep moving.
You got to accept yourself first.
It's true.
Well, meanwhile, the Menendez brothers, you remember the guys who turned patricide into cable TV events of the 90s? They lost their bid for a retrial. And this parade and this to the parade of political indictments, civil suits, and courtroom reality shows we're living through. America's legal system isn't about justice anymore. It's about ratings.
Dude, Court TV is the new Netflix, except instead of binging Breaking Bad, we're binging America's actually breaking up, and that's what seems to be happening.
Yeah.
Melendez brothers lost their shot, but the Kardashians are still free to torment us. There is no God. Why would I have to say that?
I didn't write that. I didn't know it was there. I wasn't. That's not the view and position just expressed by Riki was not Riki's. It was just a written piece of.
Yeah, that comes from AI. I don't know why AI thinks she dislikes the Kardashians.
We'll correct that. I'll make sure. I'll have a conversation with Bite about Riki and her ins and outs.
We should make him read a retraction next week.
Yes, we will have him read a retraction next week.
Well, internationally, North Korea just declared their nuclear weapon status irreversible.
I mean, not for nothing, I'd really like to hear Kim Jong-un say irreversible.
I was just thinking, isn't that kind of weird that they chose a word with 2 R's in it? I bet it doesn't have 2 R's in North Korean, in the North Korean dialect.
Probably not.
Well, Russia is flexing with military war games while NATO skies are buzzing with drones like a hornet's nest. If global security was a condom, folks, it just broke.
That's right. Kim Jong-un basically stood up at the party and yelled, "You can't stop me. I'm raw dogging the planet now."
And Putin's playing war games while Ukraine plays, "Please send more ammo." This feels less like geopolitics and more like toxic exes trying to ruin each other's new relationships.
Yeah.
That kind of makes sense.
I don't. This is what happens when we're like, we have a lot of shit going on in our lives, and we just ask Bite to write segments. Just go. We just have AI do everything, and we wind up with moving, you know, all this. This is really heavy political stuff.
Yeah, it's a little heavier than I didn't even realize it was that heavy when I was reading through it.
Right. Because you just go, oh, okay, you know, let's keep moving forward. We have
All right. In Minneapolis, tragedy hit a homeless encampment where 8 people were shot, 4 critically. The gunfire broke out late at night behind a vacant building owned by a landlord who had opened the property to homeless people despite city opposition. Police recovered around 30 shell casings.
I had this discussion with you last night. This confused me because no property owner in their right mind is going to open up their property to homeless people. I think what happened is homeless people overtook his property and there ain't a goddamn thing he can do about it. He don't want to cause a fucking problem. You know what I mean? Because like I know Minneapolis, like, you know, it's really hard to evict somebody from your house.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's really hard to get people out. It's damn close to impossible to get squatters out and shit like that.
Is this the story where the guy on Fox was saying like to kill them all or something, like to like euthanize homeless people?
Probably.
I didn't hear that. That's an interesting concept that we'll explore at another time at the meetings. But no, wait. What? No, I did not hear. Did you? Do you have?
I watched the interview.
Okay,
it was like a panel.
All right.
Thing about the Media Virus podcast.
Oop. Sorry.
That's not it. But you know, is there more to your story? Did we go to the police recovered around 30 shell casings? Victims were found with wounds to the head, stomach, legs.
Yeah, I didn't get into the victims found with wounds to the head, stomach, and legs.
Sorry.
He's been trying to shut this encampment down for months, citing sanitation, lack of water, drug activity, and public health risks. Now, after bloodshed, the mayor says it'll finally be cleared for good.
I mean, America's new motto is bring us your tired, your poor, your huddled masses, and we'll shoot them in their tents. Honestly, it's like Hunger Games, except no one volunteered as tribute. People just got screwed into the role. And the city's answer is just shut it down. Yeah, nothing says problem solved like bulldozing bloodstains instead of fixing the fucking system.
Right.
That let people live in tents in the first place. Like, that's kind of like there should be something like but there's millions of dollars spent on the homeless problem.
Uh-huh.
Like, where's all that money going to?
Well,
because it doesn't seem to be helping.
You have to look at where you spend it and where it goes.
Where is it going?
Well, you have to look at the organizations. You have to see, you know, what are they paying their board? Do they have a multi-million-dollar board of directors? If so, then a lot of the donations go there, and that's sad.
I don't know. It is.
Because people jump on these loophole rules and, you know, do the bare minimum. Make it look right.
Gotcha.
And still turn a profit.
All right. Why don't you
well
keep on keeping on there.
Well, before we dive into the glittery trash heap that is reality TV, quick shout out to our friends at Botana Organics. If you're looking for premium hemp and hemp-derived products, flowers, pre-rolls, concentrates, or edibles. Pardon me?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, sorry. Must have been a little bit of bounce back. Well, if you're looking for those things, Botana's got it all. Grown right here in Delaware. You can visit their storefront at 3650 Silverside Road in Tallyville or shop online at botanaorganics.com. Whether you're lighting up, eating up, or stocking up, Botana Organics delivers quality hemp without the corporate nonsense. And speaking of people who definitely need to chill, Riki, what's happening in reality TV this week?
The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City premiered yesterday.
Oh yeah,
for the Peacock day after viewers. It's today. I have not watched it yet.
Okay, so it's the first one.
It's the first one of season whatever they're on.
Right.
I'm excited. I saw an interview with one of the ladies, Whitney, who was at the Emmys for whatever reason.
Mhm.
And she's really excited about it. She's kind of weird, but she was, talking about the things they go on Below Deck.
Oh, fun. Like a crossover?
Yeah, so we love a crossover. They went on Below Deck Down Under. Down Under, which is Captain Jason. And we love Captain Jason because he's super hot. What else happened? I feel like I've been watching some shows, like not reality shows. I've been watching my like little rom-com teenager lovey-dovey shows based on books. Me and Matt started. This is not reality adjacent. No, this is reality adjacent because it's a documentary, and documentaries are of real things.
I don't think it's as much as it's a docudrama.
Okay.
A documentary implies that they sit down with interviews and there's pictures and there's all this shit.
They did.
Oh, that one. Holy shit, yeah.
The girl, if I don't know what it's called, I'm sorry. It's the internet. You please tell us.
Unrecognized number.
Unknown number. Or something about a catfish.
I don't know.
Anyways, so there's this girl who's getting hella bullied. Her and her boyfriend, there's like a group chat with this person, this unknown number that's like bullying the shit out of them. And it escalates and escalates and escalates. And it is doing this for almost 2 years. It's like 21 months before the FBI finally figures out who's doing this. They've exhausted resource after resource after resource, taking away phones, monitoring stuff, getting the school involved. The school was doing like an investigation. They were trying to figure out, they were using cameras in the school to see like, okay, she got a text message at this time. Who was on their phone at this time? It was crazy. It was her mom.
Unknown number. The high school catfish.
It was the mom. It was the girl's mom. The whole entire time.
Details the true story of a mother who catfished and cyberbullied her own teenage daughter and her boyfriend. The film premiered August 29th, 2005. But the bullying campaign beginning in 2020, Lauren LeCarry and her boyfriend Owen McKinney of Bale City, Michigan, received harassing and sexually explicit, explicit and threatening text messages from a sender using a constantly changing unknown phone number. The harassment escalated over nearly 2 years and included messages telling Lauren to kill herself. The investigation revealed by the local law enforcement and the FBI traced the messages to a shocking culprit, Lauren's own mother, Kendra LeCarry. Lauren's parents and school officials were initially involved in helping the teens try to discover the identity of the bullies, making like
I said, 2 years. Like it took 23 months or something. Like was the end of it. This woman went to jail.
Dude, you will watch this bitch set the story up. Be on like she's in the interview.
You don't find out it's the mom until like 50 minutes into this hour and a half program.
They done been talking to her, and they've set up like 3 other fucking culprits that they think it could have fucking been.
Oh, hi, John Barrett.
Johnny.
So we watched that, and then we moved on to another documentary, the Charlie Sheen documentary.
I've started that on Netflix.
We haven't finished the first episode.
No, I'm part the way through the first one, but
yes, it's good.
I like Charlie a lot more than I wanted to.
Right.
I've always loved Charlie Sheen. I've always thought Charlie Sheen is like my spirit animal.
Hey, I wrote some blog posts that got a lot of traction when he was cracking up.
When he was tiger blooding.
Yeah.
Oh, I had a soundboard when we were doing like internet radio, especially with when we were doing Friday Night Live with Ed. I had a whole soundboard. It's like, I'm Tiger Blood because I'm Charlie Sheen. Winning.
Oh my God, he loved saying that. He said it in this, and I was like, I like forgot that was even like a thing that people said. But so that like got me in like a rabbit hole on Netflix of like looking at the documentaries that they have, and they have a bunch. There is a Menendez brothers one that I do also want to watch. Although like we did watch the Menudo one, which ended up being the Melendez brothers one. So like, I feel like I already like know the story.
Yeah.
There's one called The Search for Instagram's Worst Con Artist, which looks interesting.
I'm in the middle of the Amanda Knox thing on Hulu.
Right. That's on the list too. Definitely want to watch that one.
It's really good. And there's also an ABC News companion piece where they talk to her and they talk to Monica Lewinsky because she's the producer. Monica Lewinsky looks kind of scary.
Does she?
Yeah. Like she's got a big Jay Leno head.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But
the Menendez brothers Monsters documentary, or I don't know if it's I think it's like a show. But it won an Emmy.
Oh.
Good for them.
In high def, you can kind of see where the work's been done. And, whatever, but it's like I was surprised. I had to go in with a filter.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say about that. I don't mean to trash
Men that have aged.
But I'd have used a filter.
Yeah. Woody Harrelson looks really old too. He should use a filter.
Yeah. Agreed. Woody's starting to get there.
Who's going to need a filter from now on?
Robert Redford?
Yeah.
So you don't inhale the ashes.
So bad for 89.
And the thinking person's matinee idol has finally signed off at 89, proving that even golden boys can't outrock time forever. But not for nothing. When Mike said, "Hey, Robert Redford died," I was like, "Fucking Robert Redford's been dead." And he was like, "No, he hasn't." I'm like, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, "Who the fuck am I thinking of?"
Did we ever figure out who you were thinking of?
I think it was Rock Hudson.
Not even close.
I don't know why, but I think it was Rock Hudson. But this is the guy who made bank robbing in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid look damn charming. Filleting Nixon in the All the President's Men.
Filleting Nixon. Not filleting Nixon. Filleting.
He didn't go down the president.
No, he didn't go. He did not go down on Tricky Dick.
That's a confusing. It
looks like it broke your brain. You all right, man?
Hang on.
What was worse, the whole wordplay thing, or now that you're imagining Nixon getting sucked off by Robert Redford?
Stop! So wait, did he like rip the flesh from his bones? Filleting Nixon
in All the President's Men.
Is it? I don't know.
I mean, he.
Oh, all right. So he literally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like he got into it.
I mean,
it was a great role, but it was very politically charged.
Right. I don't remember being a horror film, which is why I was like, filleted. What the fuck?
I am not a cuck.
I've never seen the movie, so I don't know.
I'm not a cuck.
I mean, maybe it's just one of those things that was never talked about. Like Lincoln was supposedly gay. Nobody talks about it, but who knows? All right.
Who cares?
I fucked this all up already. Where the fuck am I?
All the President's Men. Seemed like the
ultimate journalism fantasy camp, and founded the Sundance Institute just so film students and weirdos would have somewhere to screen their existential dramas in Utah instead of their parents' basement.
With Redford gone, we've lost a true cinematic Swiss Army knife. Oscar-winning director, environmental crusader, occasional real-life grump, and a horse whisperer who somehow made old age look like a Patagonia ad. You may remember him for those legendary roles, Sundance, Woodward, Johnny Hooker, or just as the sunlit guy staring thoughtfully at a trout stream. But either way, the last gunslinger rode into the sunset, and Hollywood just got a lot less cool. That's Robert Redford, dead at 89. Somewhere in the mountains, the credits are finally rolling.
Oh, Christ. There's another crowd outside my house building.
Oh.
I hear several people screaming at each other.
Oh, really?
It's so fantastic. Can you hear it at all?
Not really. I was just thinking we're going to have to install a window mic that we fire up.
A window and just a camera, and just do it. Have like a switcher. Just go. This is what's going on outside my house today.
Well, you can do that.
We could do that. I probably should do that. But so the thread people, free speech is bleeding. The justice system is a circus. World powers are measuring nukes like they're measuring dicks. And here at home, our most vulnerable are, catching bullets in the encampments instead of a break. But don't worry. Your weekly fix of champagne-soaked reality TV is here to distract you while the planet smolders. Stick around because B Block, we're dialing up some black and white dimension-shifting wisdom. Rod Serling may have left the building, but Nicholas Parisi is here to remind us that why the Twilight Zone still infects our brains. Don't touch that dial. We're not really on TV, but you have to actually touch things to.
Don't click on anything.
No, you're going to have to click on the next B Block.
Please click on things.
Please, yeah. And you know what? Just like, subscribe, follow, and share right fucking now. Make sure you hit the notification bell. That way, you'll be notified every time TMVP goes live or posts. Johnny made another comment. Redford's early years was great in a great episode of The Twilight Zone where he plays Death, disguised as an injured policeman. If you haven't seen it, you which I'm gonna think that means should
probably,
unless there's maybe I just don't speak New Hampshirean. Maybe hooked. Right?
It could be the colloquial turn of phrase there in New Hampshire.
I don't know that it's not. Is kind of the point.
I mean, the farther north you go, that accent does get a little grating, so it could be anything.
Not grating.
And I see you looking at your wristwatch there, so I'm going to put my finger on the button.
We're still waiting. We don't have the guest yet, but we're out of B Block unless Erica has something that she would.
So there's this guy I follow on the internet.
Yeah.
His name is New York Turk. His name is Ertan. He is a Turkish cab driver. He's so cute. But he goes to very fancy restaurants in New York City where he lives.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes for lunch. He takes his lunch break, and sometimes he has to bring a change of clothes because it's V fancy. And he just tells you about the experience. He records it. And so he's kind of getting famous now. So a lot of people know him. And he goes to Michelin star restaurants, and he's like, yeah, hi, do you have a table for one? I do not have a reservation. Mm-hmm. And then so they sometimes will stick him at the bar, or they'll stick him in a little corner. And then sometimes everybody knows who he is, and then he'll be on his phone.
Right.
And the chef will start following him on Instagram as he's ordering his food. And it's you can tell everybody in the back of the house is oh my God, Ertan's here. And so I have been watching so many of his videos, and I just am obsessed.
I mean, it seems like good work if you can get it, right?
100%. And he's buying, listen, he's buying all this food. He's there. He's encouraging them not to not charge him for stuff, but the ones that know him and recognize him, especially when you're in New York and you work at a fancy restaurant and you see this guy online, you have to assume that he's gonna come. So it's always the host. If the hostess recognizes him, she's oh, I was wondering when you were gonna get here, or he, or whoever it is.
Yeah.
But they always hook him up with little freebies and stuff. But he went to the Louis Vuitton cafe in New York, and they actually did not give him anything for free.
Yeah.
Nobody recognized it, which is fine, but Louis Vuitton cafe is less, fancy Michelin diner experience and more kind of,
right.
Name recognition.
Right.
Gotcha.
It's like when you go to the franchised version of Wolfgang Puck's restaurant. You get a decent,
right? Yeah,
you get okay food, but if Wolfgang's not there,
yeah,
I'm sorry, it's not quite the same.
It's super not.
All right, our guest has arrived.
All right,
so
I'm gonna get us out of here.
Over, you finish this up, and we'll switch this up. All right.
I'm gonna run and check on my wife in between, and we'll
awesome.
Get it done. All right.
All right, Johnny. Check us out on the other side. All right. I'll see you later.
All right. All right. That's it, everybody. We're gonna knock this down. We'll be back in the B block. Check us out. This episode of the Media Virus Podcast is brought to you by 302-46 Voice. That's 302-46 Voice. If you want my voice on your project, dial 302-46 Voice today. Don't forget to check out our sister show on the Media Virus Podcast Network, Stepmoms Without Children. Join Riki Rockdeff as she takes a deep dive into the fascinating people she meets and thinks that you should meet too. Find Stepmoms Without Children at themediavirus.com, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your fine podcasts. Special thanks to mysportsreports.com and delawaresports.com, delivering regional sports coverage straight to your devices via stream and podcast. Learn more at mysportsreports.com and delawaresports.com. If you wish to sponsor the Media Virus Podcast, email your contact information to pml@themediavirus.com with the subject line sponsor, or leave us a message at 646-VIRUS-01. On behalf of the infection team and our feckless leader, Maddie Rockdeff, I'm the Reverend Professor Mike Latoris, coming from to you live high atop Uncle Butch Studios, with one hand firmly on the pulse and the other clawing for a shred of sanity. This has been the Media Virus Podcast. We'll be back next week. Find us at themediavirus.com, on social media, or download us now from your favorite podcast platform.